Hello, my dear friends. Today we are talking about the natal chart of Marlon Brando. He was a famous actor in the past, and he used to have a very restless life, personal, in relationships. So it's interesting to analyze his natal chart. What we can see here is that he is an Aries with ascendant rising in Sagittarius, with Jupiter, that is the ruler of Sagittarius, on the first house. A lot of energy, a lot of creative nature, but also a lot of restless person. A lot of inspiration and initiative. And this Jupiter is like this, is working, he's giving you a lot of advantages. But also, if you make a lot of wrong decision, an action in life, he is acting like a Saturn nature, because he has a moral standard, Jupiter. So if you get wrong, you will be punished in a way. It's like, as it's a definition of karma. Karma, it's about the consequences of your action. And you don't need to wait the next life, because not everybody believes in this. It's about the present life, during our life. So in his case, this has been applied very clear. So the ruler of this natal chart and the ascendant is Jupiter in Sagittarius. So a lot of energy and creative nature. Jupiter also is ruling the fourth house, Pisces, with where is Uranus in Pisces. A restless family. He was born in with a lot of stress, and we know very well that his life in his original family was not quite good. It was a lot of stress and complicated situations, and his need to be released by this tension have been very high. He became a rebel in his family, and anyway, he was a rebel by default. We have to look on the main important houses, the first, the fourth, the seventh, and the 10th. These houses are in the mutable houses, mobile and double signs. That means a lot of changes and adjustable situation, and without too much settle downs. Yeah. So we have to think about this. We know that he had a lot of marriages. For example, we will go to the seventh house later. Second house, that it's about the material values and the way that he makes money. Mars in Capricorn is in exaltation. It's powerful, Mars in Capricorn, but the place that he's, the second house, shows that for him, the material values, and he won a lot of money. But if we look to the ruler of Capricorn, that is Saturn. Saturn is in 12th house, a retrograde. This means that Saturn is feeling very well in 12th house, because it's the joy house for Saturn. But Saturn in Scorpio looks like he used to have a lot of a restless mind, and his inner drive. He was very restless inside. with a lot of fights with himself. And the emotional issues, traumas, he was suffering for many things, but he kept inside for a very long time. So the trauma was increasing in time because he couldn't open up. He opened up only by his actions, and his actions wasn't too good most of the time. And also we have mutual reception between these two malefic planets. Mars is ruling Scorpio and Saturn is ruling Capricorn. So these two planets give the hands together to do something. He has a lot of inner resources to be an actor, successful, with a lot of charisma and success, but this doesn't make him happy. He wasn't a happy person. You think that if somebody is with a Sagittarius rising and Jupiter on the ascendant, this is the happiest person in the world. Not in this case. Also, Mars, we know that it's giving a sensitive situation to the area of knees, and we have here in his biography that at age 18 he was unable for the military due to a football knee injury, and yeah, so he had some issues to his knee, and the Mars in Capricorn gives these sensitive situations in the health. The third house that is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, that is in 12th house. He had a very powerful and active world inside him. He wasn't too open to the world. He was active in his job, but this doesn't mean that he was very willing to communicate with others. He was an introvert. And as I said, emotional problems gives him an isolated person. You know, it's like you are to a party with a lot of people. You are laughing, you feel okay, but inside you, it's a war. Here, it's a case with Marlon Brando. He has a unique appearance, but a hide personality, you know, a hurt soul. In the fourth house, as I said, a restless relationship with his family, and also, generally speaking, no matter how many marriages he had, because he had, he didn't realize and obtain a settled down and a relaxed situation in his family, original family and families that he had established. So a lot of sudden situation. We know that he had many children. For example, personal life was dysfunctional. Sex was dominant and compelling force. And because Mars also, it's about his masculinity in that second house, his sexual drive was very powerful, and he liked a lot, but the result in relationship was a disaster. He had officially and unofficially more than 9 children. Yeah, so complicated situation. And he had some marriages and also some sudden situation with all kind of suicide, uh, uh, dangerous events in his family. Yeah, complicated. In the fifth house, as you know, fifth house is about creativity, native abilities, uh, relationship with children, relationship in love affairs. And here it's a lot of Mercury. It's in Aries, so direct and straightforward style of communication. Here we have Moon, his emotion and his thoughts, and also the Sun. So he was the brightest way to show to the people. It was by his creativity, his acting and talents, and also in his love affairs in relationship. But because Aries is ruled by Mars and Mars is in Capricorn, it was the people used to see him as a tough person, not a kind and relaxed. So it was like aggressive style, because Mars and Aries, they are not sweet, they are very straightforward, very direct, and can be seen like an aggressive style. So it's hard to live together with a person like this. Even he has good intention, the results are not very well on the long run. His attention was to get practical results and gains due to his talents. So attention to his family, it wasn't so important. That's why their children have been hurt a lot by his attitude. And he said once, I don't know where, he said that I saw somewhere, it said that he wanted to be a better father. It's not so easy to be a better father when you are a very famous person and with success in public and success in success in sexual encounters. So it's hard to be near your family in these conditions when you have a very restless life. And sixth house, that is about daily routine, job relationships, job activities, the problem with the health situations. He has Venus in Taurus, that is in domicile, is ruled. Taurus is ruling by Venus, but the problem is that this Venus is in the sixth house. That is not too good house to be Venus. So even he has success in his job, he had health problems due to his lifestyle. Even he was resistant and resilient, he pushed too much his body, yeah, and he was very hedonistic in his lifestyle, and he paid a price for this. It's not a good place for Venus in sixth house. Yeah, this is the issue. Okay, it shows that he was able to use his talents and native talents in his job environment, but this doesn't mean that he was happy with this, only with this. Seventh house it's about relationship, marriages, collaborations. Yeah, in Gemini, Gemini is ruled by Mercury that is in Aries. So he liked very much to initiate the relationship, to get in, but he doesn't have enough patience to maintain the relationships. So it was a complicated situation. He wasn't a person to stay in a marriage for one life. Yeah. So women that got married with him should would be understand this, but it wasn't the case. This is not a man that should be only for one woman. Yeah. In eighth house, Pluto in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by Moon. Moon in it is in Aries. Here it's about the tension and the issues that have been with his resources when it's about marriage and then divorce. He lost maybe a lot of resources, and he wasn't a cautious person with his resources. He preferred to use everything in that moment. And also it looks like the sexual tension and the importance of sexual activity in his life, and also issues with his abdominal, with his digestive system. We know that in the second part of his life, he used to have digestive problems. He got fat. Also, Jupiter on ascendant gives the probability and possibility to get weight. In the ninth house, it was Neptune in Leo retrograde. Leo is ruled by Sun, and Sun is in Aries. He had a lot of charming that attract a lot of people, and he had success and internationally. His talents have been going beyond his natal country. Yeah, he liked this. Yeah, he lost his mind with this success. He couldn't control the success. Yeah, you need a wise approach for this. Also, his 10th house with career and social visibility. Here also, Mercury, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury it's in 5th house in Aries. It means that everything that it's about communication, yeah, talking, appearing in front of the people, had impact in his success in acting. Yeah. So if he, let's say, could be an accountant, no, he was too restless to be an accountant, right? So a lot of changes and a lot of activities, also many activities doing in the same time in parallel, agitated, restless life. And he liked to initiate, hard and very hard to continue. Yeah, that's why maybe acting is very good. It was very good for him, because you cannot stay into a single activity for a long time. You make a movie, then next one, and so on. In the 11th house, it's in Libra, no planet here, but it's ruled by Venus in Taurus. He was surrounded, especially by women. And if we look in his biography, the women had a lot of impact in his life because he liked it. But also his life was upside down because of this. And 12th house, we have Saturn, as I said. an introvert person with a lot of trauma and emotional issues that he couldn't succeed to solve it. Mars is ruling this house. I said the connection of mutual reception between Saturn in Scorpio and Mars in Capricorn. He wasn't busy to solve and to heal his emotional problems. That's why he had this life. And as we see here, we have an opposition between Mercury and Saturn. And we know that Saturn, it's representing the father. He had a lot of communication issues with his father. And this put the print on his emotional traumas. So it was a big problem in this. When we look on for the example, between 1947 and 1954, he had a peak of his success. And if we look on Firdaria, we see that this 1947, it was most of his success have been done during the period of Jupiter, yeah, and Jupiter is ruling his rising sign. So Jupiter have been done a lot of good for him. In success for his activity, main activity, and also a part of Mars, because Mars is in exaltation in the second house of the gaining of material values and his success. Also, what we have here, for the periods. In 1957, when 1957, we don't know. You see, the period of his marriage, very short, 2 years. What the hell is this? 8 years. Even, there are marriages that even they stay maybe many years. Two persons have been met and stay together very seldom because they keep the marriage only formally, but in reality, it wasn't a marriage. For example, when it was the suicide of her daughter in 1995, it was a period of the North Node, and he has no North Node in Virgo in 10th house. And Virgo is ruled by Mercury in 5th house. Where are the children? Relationship with children. So, because he was unable to have a normal relationship with his children, the aggressivity of Mars in Capricorn have been seen in the complicated situations and even dramatic, actually, with his children. Yeah. So in 2001, in April, he used to have a problem with his lungs. 2001. Okay, it was the moon, Firdaria of moon. Moon is also in Aries. Yeah, So aggressivity. This aggressivity actually have made a lot of damages in his life. You know, even a planet is in exaltation or domicile, but if he is placed in not good house, you see here we have dignities of planets. Saturn, for example, even it is placed in good house because he had a nocturne uh, chart, because the sun is below the axis of ascendant descendant. This means that the moon is very important in this house, is the key of his house. But moon in Aries is hurt by Mars in Capricorn. So this was an issue for him, gives the restless and wrong approach in relationships, in personal relationships, in relationship with his children. He wasn't able to make a good job on this. The only good job that he has done, it was in his career. But also, he destroyed all his life. He had 3 marriages officially and a lot of children, more than are written in Wikipedia. So even he didn't know exactly. With all his problems, he succeeded to live 80 years old. That shows his resistance and resilience because of the Mars in Capricorn in exaltation. And also Jupiter is giving you a lot of support, even you are idiot. You know, you are lucky. With his lifestyle, he was lucky to live so long, really. He was very talented actor, really. It was maybe too talented, but also a complicated person. Which movie did you like the most that he made in his life? You can write below in the comment of this vlog. And write to me which other celebrity you want me to comment about. Okay? Until next time, I wish you all the best. Bye bye.